I got a rant and a rave right now about this very important case involving SeaWorld against the federal government. If you believe our federal government has gotten too big and too intrusive and sticks its nose in our lives and in the lives of the private sector, major corporations of this country every single day, way beyond all reason, you have to root for SeaWorld to succeed in its appeal of this ruling by the federal government that keeps the trainers out of the water with the killer whales at SeaWorld in Orlando and at their other parks around the country. The viability of SeaWorld as a corporate entity that employs thousands is at stake here. And so too is the viability of every circus in the country and every zoo in the country. Because the end game of the federal government, in cahoots with the animal rights activists, is to free all of the animals that are in captivity. As it relates to the SeaWorld situation, they ultimately want all of the killer whales released. But in the meantime, they're taking incremental steps. And what they're trying to do is win this appeals court case and keep the trainers out of the water with the killer whales. And they've been out of the water ever since the tragic death of one of the trainers at SeaWorld, Dawn Brancho, who was dragged to the bottom and drowned and killed by the great killer whale Tilikum. It was a fluke accident. Here's the deal. The government should not be able to tell a legitimate business how to run its business. SeaWorld wants the trainers in the water. The trainers are not forced to be there. The trainers want to be in the water with the killer whales. These people love the killer whales. They're experts in working with them. It's what they want. They willingly accept the risk. And the customers want the shows the way they used to be, with the trainers flying up into the air off the nose of the whales and riding around on their back. It's not the same at SeaWorld. And the federal government has no dog in this hunt. They need to get out of the way, and justice needs to prevail. And the justice will be when SeaWorld is allowed to run its legitimate business the way it chooses, with the federal government not involved. That's how I see it. What do you think? Join me for the next edition of Buttheadinger Live right here on FM 104.5 AM 540 WFLA. I'll look for you then.